and I've used this stream to speak to the world. Let me just check my mic, see if you can hear me this time. You can hear me this time, right? Yes, you can. And so, welcome to this stream. I'm actually sitting at a different angle. I'm sitting with my feet up. I feel like that's better. Feels better. So we are going to continue with our, for this stream, we're going to continue with our renewable energy world. Yeah, day 20. It's I am learning, like a boss says, you starting to feel a bit crazy with isolation too? Actually, you know what? I think I mentioned this a couple of times. There's part of me does. There's part of me is like, this is bonkers. What is even going on? And then there's another part of me that is enjoying reading the books that I haven't had the time to read, and doing the things like I've done some Lego, because I'm really just a child. I've done some Lego, I've done some artwork, I've read some books, I get out and get my exercise, I do lots of work, lots and lots and lots and lots of work, and I'm doing these streams twice a day. So I actually think the important thing, I feel for people genuinely that don't have that creative outlet that I know I'm very lucky to have as a mindset. Some people just, you know, it's television, or you know, it's the crossword and then that's it, you know. And I know people like that. I do know people that don't have that inherent kind of creative, I mean, I was never bored as a kid, or as a teen, or in my 20s. I don't remember being bored. And so this is probably good right now. That's probably a good thing. But I think it's just really important to keep in mind that not everyone has that mindset. And so let's continue with what it is that we've been working on, which, as we know, is our... Where is it? Is it that one? Yeah. I must take out the copy in the title. We'll do that in a sec. Renewable energies. We're basically building a renewable energies world for everyone to see when it's complete. Let me see. Yeah, this is the one. Oops. There's our little biomass example. Let's just go into settings, and because this is a different world, we're going to... We're not going to allow mobs. That will switch fish off for the moment. That will switch fish off. And also not an immutable word. I think it's wonderful that you guys are building scrubs, learning like a boss. Viewing on Twitch says we are making scrubs for the NHS, for the hospitals, which I think is fantastic. How are you doing that? Like, what does that look like? When you say you're making scrubs, are you literally like sewing them, hand making them? What does that look like? And so, for those who have just joined me, since all I've done is just gone straight in and started building, what I'm actually trying to do with this project, and I bet you have misnamed the thing to say that we're doing coal again. That's a problem with that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world that I've done that. So what we're basically doing is we're creating a giant toy box that allows us to put multiple forms of renewable energy into one lesson. So it's like it's all crammed inside this giant suitcase. And we're using a combination of Minecraft itself and also MCEdit. So as you can see, we've got a bunch of things to fix because MCEdit leaves us with all these strange kind of There we go, look, all of that over there. I'm going to have to fix all of this. Maybe have some settings. Just reset the random tick speed. And I think what I'll do is I'll head back into World Edit. There's not a lot I can do in here manually. I mean, there is a lot I can do in there manually, but not quite at that stage. And then we're going to close Minecraft. And we're going to open MCEdit. And then let me just make sure you guys can see that when it's up. Oh, I remember you telling me your degree was in fashion design. Yeah, so you can make those. You can make those. That's fantastic. It's a brilliant, brilliant thing. Because the emphasis, of course, is on masks, but that's not the only thing they need. It's just the quick media bite, isn't it? All right, let's go into Minecraft Worlds, up to here, level.dat. Okay. Let me see. Okay. So this is the same world in MCEdit. And what I want to do is just find little holes in it. Like if I just take this, I'm just trying to get my view, there'll do. And then I'm just going to bring that up to sand level, do you think? Yeah. Pull it across and put it back one. And I'm going to say fill with, so we're just going to do fill with sand. And then fill. Now the only issue is I happen to know that when we, because of the holes that are in the ground there, oh no, actually it would make it solid. No, that's okay, that's okay. I was going to say it'll fall in, but it won't. It won't. And then there's that one there as well, look. So we could take from there to there, pull it back one and say fill with sand, and it's already pre-filled in here, so just fill that with sand. Then we're going to shrink it in, shrink it that way, and say fill with sand. There we are. And then let's just do that one as well, fill with sand. There we are. And it just means our little beach, because this is going to be our beach at this side. We're going to make cliffs and things out of this in a second. So I think what I need to do is I need to make this out of, well, I'll tell you what we'll do. Before we do any of that, let's do that maybe, and we'll pull it this way. Whoops. We'll pull it this way and this way. Let's pull it right to the edge. There we are. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that to, that'll do. And we're going to go into filter, and we're going to check for smooth 3D to the power of 5, to the power of 20, to the power of 5, and click filter. And this is going to take its time. It's going to take us some time, but it's going to smooth that over the edges, and then we can start to make it look a bit more like a cliff face. And we have to get clever about design. Takes its time though, that's the only thing. The bigger the area and the larger the smoothing, the bigger the problem in terms of time. But actually, it's worth it. It's worth the wait. I find anyway. There we are. So that just worked, which means I can now do it. So you see what that's done? It's smoothed here, which is lovely actually. I think I might run that one more time, and then I'll smooth in there as well. So let's just filter that to the power of 5 again. Leave it running. No, it should. Are you going in and are you getting the level.dat to run? When you go in to select the folder, are you learning like a boss? Are you going in and getting the right folder? Right, okay. What message are you getting? Do you know? The only time I've ever had an error, incidentally, was this morning. Before I came onto my stream this morning, and it was the mining world just wouldn't open. So I had to basically reconvert it, and a reconversion worked. But I never ever normally get a problem. Come on, filter. Oh, look at that. It's done its... Here we are. Right, that's going to do me. I'm quite happy with that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... That looks like a really nice cliff in there. If a little... Well, actually, that's not bad. Cliffs look like that, right? And I'm going to pull that in to there, and I'm going to run this one. And I don't know if I want this to the power of 5. Let me see if I can smooth this one. I say to the power of, I don't even know if that's... I'm going to say 3 and see what this little box comes out like. There we go, that happened a lot quicker. And actually, let's pull this over a bit. And try again, filter. We're basically terraforming, which is a huge part of building Minecraft worlds. Huge. Terraforming's massive actually. And a lot of people don't appreciate that. They think that you just go into a Minecraft world and start making stuff. And no, you should also be able to work with Java for sure. Now, you'll see there that this doesn't look very good. So what I'm going to have to do is make a few sacrifices in terms of, I'm just going to, pull that out, and most significantly pull that in. But before we do that, I want to, and I'm just going to do that. I'm going to say fill, and then I'm going to replace this little replace button here. And I'm going to say replace brick stone brick. Where is it? Stone bricks, any subtype, with air. And I'm just getting rid of the stone brick there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm also going to get rid of any trees. So let me just do leaves any type. So we'll go back into fill and replace. Click on replace, which opens up the double. And then say replace leaves. And then we're just going to go oak leaves decaying any subtype with air. Oops. And that got rid of any oak leaves that were in that space, which is fine. And then I'm just going to do smooth. Let's see what 3 does for us at that space. Oh, look at that. There's a big hole there, look. I'm going to fill that. I am going to push that down. I'm going to join that up. Is that a hole there? No, that's fine. I'm going to join that up over there, and I'm going to crush that in. to there. And I'm just going to say fill with, and I think we'll do stone, no, let's do dirt at that point. Let's just be careful about this. Fill with dirt. Fill. Then let's highlight this again back to there. That's one too far. Let's pull this out to, let's come out to there, and it's fine. So let's do smooth filter. Filter again. Filter again. That's not bad. I think that actually looks quite good, because what I'll do is I'll then just turn, let's bring this down, this across to there, and say swap dirt with stone. And that gives us a bit, that's the start of our cliff. And then what I want to do is bring that back to maybe there and there. Same again. So really, I mean, this is just, all I'm really doing is just, whoops, I didn't mean that. Replace, there we are. This is just helping us to make these things a lot easier than, say, if you were doing it on in Minecraft itself. And then I'll just go back to here and we'll do the same thing. Let's just click replace. Replace. Okay, so that now gives us a cliff on that side. Then some grass. I'm going to change this to cliff. But let's start it over here first. And let's take this one all the way out and all the way down to there, and just use the same and say replace. There we are. So we're getting a bit of a cliff in there. Let's do the same over here. Somehow I've ended up with that, but we can fix that later. I don't know why that happened, but that's okay. Let's just do that, because it was meant to be just replace dirt. Why did it replace sand? Replace. Maybe I made a mistake. I'm not allowed to check. Me make a mistake? Oops. Let's undo that. There. And so now we've got what looks like a cliff. I can add some stuff along the top of it. Sure. Just send me in a chat and I can have a think about it. Honestly, I'm not a technical expert when it comes to that stuff. So I may not be able to give you the answer you're looking for, but you never know. Replace with stone. There we are. That's not bad. So if I deselect that now, you can see that we've actually got quite a bit of, there we are, big sea cliffs. Okay. So let me now take this all the way along to here and say replace stone. See the wee swap button there? That just swaps them around, so stone's now up at the top with sand. So now I've got my beach back. still need to do something about underneath that water, but that's okay, we can do that later. And then I need to fill the rest up with water. That's looking really good. That's where my wave technology is going to go. And I think I'm going to have like a little wave generator or something in here. Maybe a building that sits there and then and the wave is going to be here. So I'm going to have a wall coming out there and a wall coming out there. So we're going to bother making that fancy beach anymore. Then, let me see. I think that looks great. Let me see what else needs fixed. Now we know that water needs fixed, so I'm just going to go from, now where is water level? Water level's there. So I'm going to do that, move that out and then find out what's happened. There we are, it's gone up one. Take it down to water level. Is that water level? That is water level, right? Yeah, and we'll do the same over here. Takes a bit of getting used to. I can imagine on the stream it's not as, whoops, that's too far. There. Can't help thinking that's a little too high, but it's not. It's actually water level, so that's fine. And then I'm going to just say replace air this time with water. And that should, why didn't that work? Oh, I know why, because I said water running and I actually meant, oh yeah, level 7 source, replace. That's not working. That's really interesting. Look at that. That has not worked. We still got a water level there, which is odd. Anyway, what I'm then going to do is down here, because I said we would add some water in here afterwards, I'm just going to take from the very bottom see if it works in here instead. I want to do that for the moment, and I just want to say replace and then it's just going to be grass with stone. That gives me a little stone bed. And then I'm going to do, oh, I didn't mean that. Oh no, that's good. I did, that's okay. And then I'm going to do replace air with water. Let's see if it works on this place. I've done it before, so I'm not, maybe I had something wrong up the top there. That's not flowing source, it needs to be still source. That worked. How bizarre. Now you'll see there that there's a gap down there. See that gap? It's kind of hard to see, but there's a gap down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the very bottom. Come on now, it's going to be tough, but I'm going to take it from there. And then I'm going to take it all the way up. This is what I would do to fix this anyway. Take it all the way up. There we are. It's kind of hard. MCEdit can be quite, it's not intuitive, I have to say sometimes. And then we're just going to bring it in to there. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this, copy V. That's me. So what I've done is I've copied the slice, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it back. So remember, we hold our nudge button, and then we just nudge it back in, and it should, I'm still leaving a gap, so I'm going to nudge it one more this way and just do that. And now when I press, where is it? Now when I press enter and then deselect, we should have that filled. There we are, with a copy. And I can go and sort of manually make that look a little different there. That's it, right? So what I'm then going to do is, I'm leaving those pictures there, but I am going to get rid of and I'm leaving those trees there because they're quite nice just for a, but I'm going to get rid of these. I'll build something else in there shortly, and I'm also going to get rid of, I actually need to fill that water back up. So I'm going to take it from, I'm basically just going to copy this one. Control paste. I do want to copy the water, but I don't want to copy the air on this one. And then I'm going to nudge it into place. Not sure what that looks like. I'll need to have a look and see. That feels like it to me. Is that right? So it basically comes out and then goes in one. I think it's one more out, isn't it? That's it there. That's it. There we are, and that's fixed that. So when I go to deselect, because that was broken before, so we've got our 2 bottles of water back, which is nice, and then an empty one, which is the one that I'm going to replace here somewhere as part of the modelling for this world. So, where are we? I want to play around with some more filters as well. I'm going to have to get rid of those trees, but I can do that manually as well. That's quite nice. It's a bit 45-degree angle, you know, apart from the smoothing. It's like this is obviously a rectangle, this is obviously a rectangle. But actually, given what I'm trying to do with this, that's not a bad thing. And I think what I'll do is I'll run a river across this, maybe that way, but I can do that manually. Although having said that, what if I was to do that like there, and then take that leading to the reservoir and then bring it up to, say, there, and then just delete that. Maybe make it a bit deeper. Then do that and that. Go to smooth by 2, I think, this time. Let's bring this out a bit and this out a bit. Filter. I'm actually going to do that as a 5. Let's see what that does. I can always undo it. I'm just trying to make a smooth river. Ah, it's frozen on me. It's going to take its time. That's better. That's a lot better. So if I do that and deselect, we've got, I mean, it's a bit straight, and I'll fix that. I wonder what other filters we've got. Like if I select here, maybe go down a bit, and then do filter. What else have we got? We've already tried Carver, haven't we? Classic water flood. Oh, dun dun dun. I dread to think. Do you think I should do something with that? Shall we see what it makes? Baramok, you haven't missed much. All we've done is we've basically been... oh, there's a decliff. We've basically been terraforming. Distort. Let's try distort. Oh. Block of iron, decay. So look at that. Look how confusing that one is. Decay material, decay material, decay material. I don't know what that is, so we're gonna go back and look at another one. I'll learn what these are over time, but I don't think that is the one for me. Extra blocks, drape. I've heard about drape. Drape's meant to be amazing. What else have we got? Topsoil, sheath, rotator, maze, map it, jiggle. Right, let's jiggle this. Operation random, filter. Oh, it jiggled all the blocks, which is probably not quite what I wanted. But that's really interesting. I wonder... oh, look, it's not... it didn't undo. That's interesting. So what I'm going to have to do with this now is I'm probably going to have to just go back to smooth and smooth that down. So that didn't undo, which is interesting. Create shops. Create buses. Let's try smooth 3D. 3 filter. Yeah, look at that. And actually that did work. Because what that's done is it's created a bit of a blank in there. That's okay. Dark Writing's watching on YouTube. Distort is useful for mixing stuff together, but can be annoying to get right. Yeah, I mean, I just saw that. But thank you. Basically what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to make this river look as if it was a bit wibbly wobbly rather than straight. Now I can do it manually when I get into the world. I've no problem with that. But what if I make, like, what filter would I use for that? And I don't want to have to go and download one either for the sake of the stream. But what if I go into, I'm going to have to get rid of that error that comes up as well. I'm not going to try classic water flood. What's decliff? Raise or lower? Both. Filter. Exception during filter operation, see console for details. Slice indices must be integers or none to have an index method. Way over my head. Let's try... we're just trying stuff, right? Which is fun. Let's see if that works if I do that instead. No. Let's try lower only. No. So I don't think decliff's going to work necessarily. Thanks for joining us. Dark Writing. Convert to block. Extra blocks. Fabulous. Height map. Hollow. Jiggle. Lines. Got to be porridge. Filter. It did something. It just didn't actually. Let's try this. Let's do porridge. Yeah, voxel sniper. See, the problem is I'm using this Dark Writing. I'm using Education Edition, which is a very powerful, but in this sense, limited version of Bedrock for education only, and so which my clients use. And so we can do so much with it, but I then rely on MCEdit for the rest. But I like this. I like problem solving. So let's try again. Let's see what porridge does. Did that work? What did porridge do? Nah, not really. Try it again. Filter. I don't know what porridge does. Noise. Seed 1, 2, 3. Material dirt. Noise material dirt. Because I only want to do dirt just now. So let's try that again. Let's go back to dirt. But then that's not going to cause noise. I mean, surely the whole point of noise is to create a noise in the... In fact, I think this is what noise does. Let me just escape that and go and show you what noise would do. If we wanted our cliff to be a little bit cobblestoney, we would go down to here and we would say filter noise, and we would say the material is stone, but the noise material, why haven't I got stone in there? Stone, okay. And then the material is cobble stone, okay. And then threshold size filter. There we are. And that gives our cliff a cobblestone noise, which is nice. I did. Look at that. And how do you feel? Worthy? I hope so. That's awesome news. 5 or 6 years ago. That's crazy. That is crazy. Back in the day, eh? Right, let's do this again then. Since we've got this set, I might as well take this and say that all of our cliffs should be noise. Filter, okay. Material, let's do seed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this time, noise, filter. There we go, we've got a bit more. That's good. I'm quite happy with that. Let's deselect. My neighborhood. Yeah, adds speckles. Let's bring this out and see if it actually does it again. So let's go filter. Filter. It does. It doesn't actually add anything. It just... That's fantastic. It's great. I think the cliffs look better like that anyway. So actually, I could just do all of the stone along this cliff area, all the way out to here, because that's where my cliffs are really going to be, and then just do filter, and then we'll just make this a different filter. Uh-oh. It's going to take ages. So this is sweet. I quite like this. There we are. That did it. Let's just cancel that and deselect. Yeah, that's good. And then, so this is where our wave generation is going to go. Although I'm not sure why there's water above that level. Ah, that's not good. I'm going to have to fix this. So let me take this sand. Come on, where am I? Let me take this sand here. Whoops. No, come on, give me the right one. Yeah, that one. All the way out to the edge. There we are. Then I'm going to go copy and paste. And then I'm just going to paste it in. It doesn't really matter. I can actually give it a... There we are. And nudge it back. And the important thing is bring it up. Here we are. That's giving me the sand. And then what I'll do is I'll just take it from there. Oops. Deselect there to there. That ought to do it. And then just say, I can always cut this away when I come to do the actual tidal power in there. But I'm going to go fill, replace. And then we're going to do replace air with sand. Right, and I can carve that out later as a proper, that's going to fall into the sea anyway, which is quite nice, because I think it's too high, it's one too high. Yeah, that's good. That's just going to fall, because that's what sand does. I'm also potentially expecting a hole down there somewhere. And then I want to do something. So I tell you what, let's save this, and let's go back and look at what we've done, because we do lots of things, and then you kind of need to check what it is you've been doing. So remember, we need to close this down once it's been saved, then open up Education Edition and see what it looks like. I'll swap out the screen for OBS once I'm logged in. So I got myself a VR headset, an Oculus, I can't even remember. Anyway, it's standalone. I've got an Oculus, not an Oculus, I've got an HTC Vive, which is incredible. But then I went and got this, yes, I got an Oculus Rift, that's what it's called. I got an Oculus Rift, and I've been doing, because I'm stuck in the house, I've been doing my workouts on it. And I got this Box VR. We got Box, duck and weave, and my goodness. And I got another game, which I absolutely love, called Super Hot, which is available anyway. I mean, it's available as a non-VR title on Steam and other platforms. But man, if you get really into that and you do the time trials, you are sweating when you come out of it. Shoulders hurting, biceps hurting, chest is hurting. Like, man, it's unbelievable. So, I mean, I used to see these sorts of things and you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, VR fitness, VR sports, or Wii Sports, or whatever. Back in the day, it was only just Wii Sports. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. Man, it is incredible. It's a genuinely brilliant workout if you do the time trials. And the boxing one. I downloaded a demo of Creed, and I'm actually just fighting the demo guy over and over again, and that's quite good as well. I'm just not engaged with that, I have to say, not in the same way. I don't need to fight a real person. Right, let me get this back up. So were you guys seeing Education Edition there? You were, weren't you? That's good, because that means that is showing once that's closed out, so that's good. Right, okay, so then we're going to click play. Good, okay, that's good. Right, so let's go in and see what it now looks like. So yeah, loving it. The Oculus Rift is fantastic. There's another, I love Tilt Brush, because we use Tilt Brush to create, and then we create all sorts of amazing things through it. We then put what we create in Tilt Brush into Minecraft, which is an incredible way of doing it. Somehow, that only half worked. There must have been another one that, oh no, that is the edge, because there's the hinges for the box. So the water is too high. That's good to know. I'll just take that on the chin and I'll slice it by 1. So that's not bad. That's given me a little idea. This is my riverbed, which I haven't filled yet because I want it to be a bit wonky. And actually, I could just make it a bit wider. I could make the water a bit higher, turn the bottom level to stone, maybe do a couple of bits like that, and like that, just make it look a bit messier, especially down the bottom. I spend a lot of time manually terraforming, so whoops. So after our coal this morning, after being able to do the coal system this morning, I had some ideas about doing animation. Remember, we animated in the stream previously, we animated the wind farms to create the illusion that we were making wind. I actually believe we can do that as an animation, which continues for the trees falling down and so on. See, I've chopped the lids off of this at some point. I'll need to fix that. That's okay, I can take that from another toy box. And so my beach worked out, my cliffs worked out. That didn't fall. I was expecting it to fall in there. I think if I do that it will. Yeah, there we are. Yay, that was good. So this is going to be my, and then if I just do like, any other Oculus Rift recommendations, do give them to me, because I've had it lying around for weeks, months, and I haven't played with it. And then the other day I was just like, I should probably do something with this, and I'm really enjoying it. So let me know if there's anything that you would recommend. Here we are. Swoosh. I saw his little stop motion truck, learning like a boss. I saw Jake's little stop motion truck. Very, very cool. Very cool. Stop motion's amazing. A game of patience, indeed. Right, so let me see what happens if the problem is the water needs to be this high, which means I've already got a problem on this side if I want the river to run in there. So I'm going to have to continue. I'm just going to build a block over there and then smooth it again so that this becomes a space, this becomes a space with a river dividing it. I quite like that. So we'll do that. This over here is fine. I'm just going to leave that. I'm definitely going to get rid of that. That's weird. And we could just smooth this out a bit and it'll be fine. And I love it. My phone has just, my watch has just said to me, you're almost there. Keep moving for 1 minute and you can get your goal today. And I'm just like, I have been on that VR non-stop. If I haven't surpassed my goal, then I don't know I don't know. It's ridiculous. The climb is quite fun if you don't mind heights. It's a game that's just about climbing. Oh, sweet. Right, okay, I'll check that out for sure. I do rock climbing myself, so if it's anything like that, I would love that. Virtual rock climbing. That would be something. Here we are. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to fix that as if it's a wall. Where else do we go? I think we're fine. I think we're almost there. We're almost ready to start putting in. I think I'm going to fix the water up and I'm going to fix this sand up a bit. And then we could probably start to put in some of the power, just mapping it out, just sort of labeling it a bit and seeing how it's going to look. Let me fix the river. We'll go back into MCEdit and we'll fix the river and then we'll go from there. Nicely. Yeah, that's definitely the little bit that I want my thing in. Right, okay, and then we're going to have, let me just see what happens if I manually place the water for the moment. I have tried Minecraft VR. We used to do Minecraft VR on the HTC Vive years ago. We used to take it to the Insomnia Gaming Festival. And we loved it. Like, I always thought it was such a brilliant way of doing it. I've also tried it on a variety, like Bedrock version, on a variety of different headsets at different events. That's awesome too. I think I don't think it'll ever be something, well, maybe it's just me personally and it's all about taste, of course, all of these things are subjective, but I don't think it's anything that's going to, like, it wouldn't be the way I ever chose to play Minecraft. Even though it's amazing, it wouldn't be the way I chose to play it. And actually, I think that's being proven. I mean, I think maybe it's because VR hasn't caught up quite to the degree that they said it would yet. But I find with VR games that it's only so engaging for so long, and it's amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's amazing, but only so engaging for so long, and then that's it. It's kind of like, right, I've done that. I want to go back to this. I want to go back to, you know, how this feels and looks and so on. Let's just run that along there. What a horrible sound. Sorry, folks. Right, let's see if that works. Go, go. Don't stop. Yay! Oh, it's going to stop there, though, look. That's what I needed. The mechanics of water in Minecraft are weird, huh? Like, what even made that happen? Go, go, go. And then all the way back. Let's follow it. Ah, I thought we were going to get it, but if we do, how are we going to get that back? There we are. Yes! That worked. Something gave. Nice start writing. Nice. So hang on a minute. I was in your neighbourhood and talked about self-worth, which was... And you were at Insomnia Gaming Festival. Who are you, young Jedi? Yeah, the Nox Crew guys are ace. They do some incredible stuff. I remember that. We did that thing where we had to lie on the chair, and then they put us through that VR experience. It was fab. That was our HTC Vive that we used for that. It was great. Okay. Let me just, I think that needs to be filled a little in there just to be a bit more beach corner-esque. That feels more like it. And then maybe just make this less solid. Yeah. James Young. There's a blast from the past. Awesome. Yeah, James Young. So, well, listen, glad to have you in. Thanks for joining in. That's awesome. Here, I was going to say something there. The Sequa, my favourite Android. He's amazing. He's literally a machine. And that's not... I mean that with the greatest of respect. The guy... Amazing. The guy is amazing. And I don't think he realises it. I think it just kind of like... Whoosh, his own genius goes over his head. Even though that'll do. What we've got here. I'm going to get rid of that because we don't need that. And I think I said I was going to get rid of these trees in general because they shouldn't just be sitting there, right? So let's just chop this down. I find learning like a boss, I do find that VR, even the Oculus Rift, is quite cumbersome on your head, especially on the bridge of your nose. I can really feel that on the bridge of my nose sometimes, and I'm like, that's not comfortable. I don't like that. Let me just go settings and then change the settings to 2000 and then just get rid of those trees. There we go, they're gone. Some trees up the side there. That's lovely. That's great. I'm going to fix all of this later, but I might as well just random, like while I'm in here, manually get rid of these random trees. And there we are. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of work with HoloLens in the United States as well. That's really something. That's really something. What do you think? You think that's looking good, Barry? It's looking good, huh? I just need to reduce the water at this side. I'll leave the stone around the edge, but I'll just reduce the water at that side. So HoloLens is incredible augmented reality. It's basically a machine that sits just off your face and then kind of sits in front of you, and you can do things with it. You can pinch things to make things happen, and point and move and swipe things, and it's remarkable technology. Very, very, very expensive though. Like, I still think it's like 5,000 for one, or something like. It's just, or 3,000 if you want the main one, and then there's the dev kit for $5,000 or something. It's astoundingly expensive. Developed by Microsoft. Check it out, HoloLens. It's a really, really, really awesome technology, but not really publicly accessible yet. I'm going to fill that with water because I don't think any amount of this is going to help. Now, I don't really want to run the river over until I've done this bit. So let me just save and exit this. We'll run back into in to MCEdit. Let me just close that down because you have to close that every time. And then we'll go into MCEdit. Okay, open. Actually, I know which one it was. It was the last one I used. It was the 5VM one. There we are. Oh no, that's not right. You're getting to see something you shouldn't be seeing. Dun dun dun. Let me just open. I thought it was the last one that I'd put in, but it's, yeah, 5VM. That doesn't make sense. Wasn't that the... I'm totally confused now. That's binary. Maybe it was the second last one then. Why on earth would it be the second last one? How bizarre. Did I make a mistake or something? How come that was the last one that we were in? Clarky boy. So what happened there, Clark, was I went to open. I'd just been in this world. This world in Minecraft, and I went to Minecraft Worlds, and it was the top folder was not the last one that I'd opened in Minecraft, even though it's at date modified. It was the second one, unless I made a mistake and clicked the second one by accident. But anyway, so yeah, a bit of terraforming is all we're really doing. We've managed to make a coastal area for our tidal. We've already got our hydro in place, and now all I'm doing is I'm just making a riverbed. So here, now that you're on, Clark, I want to make this. The water is obviously going to flow at this level here, and it's going to flow out so that, yeah, we're probably head level with water now, and it's going to flow out here. So I need to make a bit of a border here that runs along here. I'm going to do that just now, actually. Let me just, let me get that. Lift it up and fill with. But what I'm looking for is a way of making the river wave a bit. Like, how do I distort the river so that it looks because otherwise it's just a big straight channel that comes straight from there and runs all the way out to here, and I don't want that. But in the meantime, give me a second and I'll just merge all of this in. So I'm going to take that to there, and I'm going to take that to like maybe there. Build it up, place it down, and then go filter. We've been playing with filters, and I made the cliffs using the noise filter and stuff, which was really nice. I'm going to go smooth 3D, power of 5 filter. That's going to take some time. So yeah, so I want the river to, it doesn't have to look like it's snaking ridiculously. I just need to take what would be a channel, and then that's good. Let's do that again. Let's filter that out again. And then just make it look as if it's, make it look as if it's, oh, I got the end wrong. Look, bobbing and weaving a bit. Yeah, that's supposed to join that. Oh no, that's not bad actually. That's not bad. What I'll do is I'll bring this in, and I'll bring it in from the end. Whoops, that's not what I was meant to do. I was meant to bring it in from the end and then just do the same filter. Okay, filter 5. So there we go. And deselect. So that's going to give me my little channel. Ah, the water's still too high, look. That water is not, that water's going to pour out of that little channel there. Oh, help my bob. Minecraft, who on earth would use it? Fill with soil and then smooth. Maybe a bit much. That'll do. And that looks like it's just been, here we go, that'll do. And then we'll filter that one as well. I'll fix that later, because every time I do that it chops a bit off, which makes it look a bit uncomfortable. That's okay. So that's going to give us our river channel. What I might do is just let the river run through there, because I think I've created a bit of a bit with that, right? The way I do it is to draw it out in Photoshop, look at block size and make a file that size, i.e. 75 blocks with 75 pixels. This face, this is my lost face. This is my, face. Okay, let's by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Clark is on the stream, tuning in on Facebook, and a more creative genius brain you will not find, I guarantee you. Just inherently clever. Going to do that up to there, and then just say replace air with water. I think that's the easiest way to do it. And then use Pixel to Minecraft software. I shall chat if you want. Well, we're almost at the end of this stream, but why don't we make that a stream? Why don't we, hey, why don't we do a stream about making streams? And we'll make little meandering streams doing that technique. Would our viewers be up for that? Either Adam does it with me or Adam teaches me how to do it. Yeah, they do dark writing. So this was a Java port, straight to Education Edition. Good. So Barry says he would be up for that, Adam. So you are locked in. We're doing one next Friday anyway, but maybe we could do another one earlier in the week. And we could do a stream about making streams. Why don't we do a stream about maybe like MCEdit filters? Because, hey, I'll learn. So replace air with water. Yeah, absolutely. Why don't, yeah. Maybe I could just like you do it on your computer, and then I'll share your screen like we did last time. Because otherwise, I mean, I've got a great computer, but not like your one. Right, that filled my water up there. I've also still got the same issue with water over here. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to deselect that, and then I'm going to take the water, which I know happens to be there, and I'm just going to run the water to the end here. Now look, the problem with that is it's one above. You see that? Now that I've measured it to the water level, is that water level or have I missed that? No, it is. That's water level. So now that I've measured that to water level, I can see that I still haven't made this high enough. Oh, okay. So there would dark writing. We have loads and loads and loads of people that want to do stuff like that. And so, yeah, every so often we have a project, we make it live, we give people a join code and we bring them in. So follow us, which I think you do already. Follow us on Twitter. Tune into our YouTube. Follow us on either Mixer or Twitch. And then when we do live streams, we're going to be bringing people in to do that for sure. Let me just go to here and up, and I'm just going to make that, I can always chop a bit away if I make it too high, so let me just fill with dirt. Fill. Demo smooth all the way out to, let's just do smooth 3D power of 5, done. The river ended up causing me more problems. So that's brilliant, actually. So Adam's saying oftentimes he creates a negative shape in a range of ways and then import it into Minecraft and turn it to air or water. So that would be a great stream. That'd be a genuinely great stream. Excited about that. It is, isn't it, Barry? I love doing stuff like this. It's kind of like swapping between the two softwares. Is that done? Good. Okay. Let's deselect that. Now, I'm going to take the water that we said we had earlier, which would be, I'm going to take, it needs to be this side of here. So I'm going to take this water block, I'm going to stretch it out, and I'm going to push it over to where it needs to go, which is at the very end of the box. And then Adam, stick around, because I need you to help me with that turn the edge to glass filter. Oh no, is that, did I? Oh no, I was going to say, surely the water's not that high, but that's okay. I can go there. That's water level. So that's actually going to be quite a big river, and we can see that it's going to have that nice dip in it there. That's actually taken up quite a bit of land. But that's okay. So let me just fill with there we go. That actually looks all right. Could have been a bit wobblier on one side, but I can do that manually actually. And that gives me that nice channel river. And then I'll also, so Adamski, what filter do I use to make the end of this go glass. Bum, bum, bum. I'm going to select that. I'm going to go into filters. Let me see if I can guess. Not a clue. Okay. No, not lines. Adjacent block. I don't have that. I don't have adjacent block. Oh, I see it. Replace block adjacent V1. Boom. Okay. Yes. So material to find. Water. Let's see if we can play this by here. So there we go. Still. Okay. Adjacent material air. Because that is what we're looking for. I remember you telling me this the other day, which was fab. We're basically saying, oops. So material to find water, adjacent material air, material to replace blue glass. Make sure the top level is not selected. Yes, okay, yep. Yeah, so I need to take that and put it down one, right? Oh, it is selected. So I need to, hang on, I'm going to just go back to that. There, right. Just the end section and the sides. I don't want the sides to spill out, so I'm just going to, yep. That's fine, I'm going to have that held in. I'm going to be honest with you, I'll build that up with mud anyway. To water level, so there, up one, nice one, right. So let's go to there. And then our settings should still be in there. There we are. So find water, that is adjacent to air, and replace the water with blue stained glass. Filter. Oh, look at that, it did it. Oh, no, it did do the top layer. But that's all right, because I can get rid of that. Is that your point? Because what I really should have done, let me just undo that. That was ridiculous that I had that. What I should have done was just not had that. I should have just had that to like there, which I think is the minimum. No, I do need it over there. That's it. Yeah, that's it. I can always go in and break the top. So let's do that again. So, okay. And then filter. Okay, so let's file and save that. Thank you, Adam. File and save. And then let's go look at what our river looks like and our cliffs and our glass. So let's close that down. And then let's go back to Education Edition. Oh yeah, or just filled with glass. I know, but I like that. I like to show little different variations. So let's have a look and see what it looks like. So that still needs fixed. I need to just do something with that. There's our river, which is actually quite nice. So we're going to have wind farms on that side, biomass on that side. Our little building, I think our little electricity building should be down in the bottom here. And our tidal is going to be over here. And our solar somewhere else. What do you think of the cliffs, Adam? They're all right, eh? I think what I would like to do is maybe just like take them and do sort of like the odd bit of manual nothing major, but just like a, you know how it is, and have like bits like that sticking out. I think I could do that. The water does look good, right? And then I can get rid of that one. And then let's go and have a look at let's just get that in there. What's that? Oh, I must have had a wee mistake in there, but that's okay. I'm going to change all of this. I mean, this doesn't need to be grass. And that ought to go... Oh, you know why I did that? That's because that's just chopped that out as water. I'm just going to repeat that all the way down, so that's okay. Basically, what I did there was I should have done replace air with, but I didn't do replace air with. I did fill with water. So that was a big error. Look at that. I made a big error, folks. But that's okay, because I'll just fill with dirt under there and then smooth again. That's what I'll do. How nice is that? Right, let's get some water and just finish this. Whoops. Go. Yay. Yeah, so I just need to take these sides, do some blocks. I think what I'll do is I'll take the water out, but not the glass, fix the scenery, put the water back in, and that will give me a chance to meander this a bit. And I think that'll do. I'll maybe put a block of rock here, soil here, then fill again. So that's good. Just piece at a time. It's like model making or plasticine, isn't it? It's just a little piece at a time. Clay, just one thing at a time. We're almost there, folks. So I'm going to stop the stream there because that's been an hour and 20 minutes of, but it is coming together nicely, right? So I'm going to stop that there, and next time you join me, I will either have fixed the river or I'm going to fix the river on the stream, and then we can start to map out the environment in which we... Oh, there was one thing I wanted to try, actually. It was just that filter that was... Oh, I'm not an MCEdit. No, we'll do it next time. I want to do what that fill with shops thing is. What is that? I want that. So, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Good night. Stay safe, stay well, stay healthy, stay indoors. Where are we? Where's OBS? Yay! Okay. Goodbye, everyone.